Are you leading a project where your team spans multiple departments, divisions, or even campuses? Cross-functional work in higher ed can be incredibly powerful, but it's also complicated. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Katie Linder, a certified project manager, change manager, and coach who works full-time leading and supporting teams in higher education. On this channel, I share real-world examples of how project management tools and strategies translate into the higher ed environment. So if you're looking for ways to use project management skills, both professionally and personally, to bring more ease to your work and life, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm exploring how to lead cross-functional projects, something that's becoming more and more common in higher ed. These projects bring together people from different units with different expertise, perspectives, and responsibilities. And while cross-functional collaboration can be essential for tackling big initiatives, it also comes with its own set of challenges. These can include siloed communication, competing priorities, unclear authority, and different work cultures across departments. Let's take a look at 5 practical tips for leading cross-functional projects more effectively in a higher ed setting. The first tip is to clarify roles and responsibilities from day one. When you're working with people from across departments or divisions, assumptions about who is responsible for what can vary a lot. One of the most helpful things you can do is clarify roles and responsibilities early on. You might use a tool like a RACI chart, which stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed, or even just a shared responsibilities matrix. I'll link to a previous video on using the RACI tool in the description below, in case you want to check it out. When you clarify roles and responsibilities, you're asking and documenting who is leading this project, who needs to approve key decisions, who is contributing subject matter expertise, and who just needs to stay in the loop. Having these expectations documented from the beginning prevents confusion and saves a lot of time later on. The second tip is to establish shared goals and keep returning to them. In cross-functional work, it's easy for people to default to their home department's priorities. As the project lead, one of your biggest responsibilities is to keep everyone focused on the shared goal. At every stage of the project, you can ask, how does this decision serve our collective outcome? And are we starting to drift into individual agendas? Make the why of the project your North Star and return to it often. This helps maintain alignment and keeps the group working toward the same outcome. The third tip is to respect each unit's culture and constraints. Not all departments in higher ed operate the same way. Human resources, IT, academic departments, and student affairs, for example, each have their own workflows, approval processes, and peak workload periods. As a project lead, it's crucial to understand the context in which each team operates. To better understand different teams, you can ask yourself, what pressures are they under right now? Are there busy seasons or major deadlines that I need to account for? And what's their preferred way of communicating? Building this kind of flexibility and empathy into your timeline strengthens collaboration and makes you a more effective and trusted leader. The fourth tip is to create a central hub for communication. Communication can easily break down in cross-functional projects, especially when teams are used to operating in silos. That's why it's essential to centralize your communication. Choose one shared platform where all key information lives. For example, a shared Google Drive folder, a Microsoft Teams or Slack channel, or a project management tool like Asana or Trello. The specific tool doesn't really matter as much as the consistency of using it. Make sure that everyone knows this is the single source of truth for the project. That way, people aren't digging through email threads or asking for status updates in 5 different places. And the fifth tip is to celebrate collective wins. In cross-functional work, progress can sometimes feel diffuse or hard to see, so it's important to intentionally name and celebrate milestones along the way. When something big gets done, take time to acknowledge the group effort, not just the individual contributions. This boosts morale, strengthens relationships, and helps build buy-in for future collaborations. And here's a quick bonus tip. Take some time to send a short recap to your division or campus leadership that highlights the team's achievements. It not only recognizes your contributors, but also reinforces the impact and value of the project across the institution. Leading cross-functional projects is one of the most valuable skills you can develop in higher education. When done well, these kinds of collaborations help break down silos, build stronger campus relationships, and drive meaningful change across your institution. I'd love to hear from you. What's one lesson you've learned from working on a cross-functional team? Drop your insights in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content on leading projects in the higher ed space with confidence and clarity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.